Dear friends, today we are dealing with morphology of flowering plants. In last class, we discussed about living organisms. Now here, the morphology of flowering plants. Yesterday I told you what is morphology. Morphology is a process where we people are studying regarding the structure and organization and whatever the external characters we are studying, that we are calling it as a morphology. Morphology in simple sense, the external study of the organism, the shape, size, color, everything it depends. So externally, whatever appearance is there, depending on that what we are studying, that process itself we are calling it as morphology. Here we are studying regarding the flowering plants. Now, the different kinds of plants and animals we people are observing in the nature. And here, every organism, whatever you are observing, the variations are seen. Different kinds of variations. If suppose, take an example of human beings itself. Their shape, size, etc. if you are observing, it is entirely different. Some human beings are very fat, tall. Some of them, they are very short, thin, colors, different kinds of colors, so on. So, what I want to say here is, whatever the external appearance we are observing, that is morphology. So here, in case of flowering plants, many number of plants we are observing. There also, the flowering plants, it may be minute plant to very big trees, tall trees. So usually, the plants are classified into herbs, shrubs, and trees. The herbs are the plants which are dwelling with the ground, and they are some around about 1 or 2 feet they are growing, and we are calling them as herbs. Then, apart from these 2 to 3 feet and above, whatever they are growing and forming the bushy-like structures, may be growing up to 8 to 9 feet. Such a type of bushes, we are calling them as shrubs. So, herbs are very minute, they are growing up to 1 or 2 feet. Shrubs, they are growing up to 8 to 9 feet. And remaining all are trees. The trees are very big, you people are knowing. And they may be 10 feet to 200 feet, sometimes 300 feet. So such a type of very big trees you people are observing. And they are covering vast areas also. So in this way, the broader classifications you people are observing. Now here in case of flowering plants, the plant body when you are taking, the plant body, the typical plant what you call, it is having different parts. First part, you people are calling it as a root. A root is underground part. And it is positively geothermic, or may say gravitational pull will be there. Towards the gravitational pull, the roots are growing inside the ground. And here, actually, light is not at all required. Okay, where there is no light, where gravitational pull is there, there the roots are growing. And this is an underground part. Now, roots again, when you are taking, the main root will be there, the mother root or primary root we are calling here. The radical directly develops into a primary root. primary root, it is producing secondary, tertiary roots. So all they are spreading inside the ground and they are sucking water, minerals and required materials, and it will be supplied to the plant. So absorption is taking place by that. So roots are playing very important role, and also they are helping plant to anchor tightly in the ground. So it is a supportive in nature. And sometimes if suppose root only you are studying, there the roots are meant for storage also. They are storing food material. And sometimes some of the roots, they are coming out of the ground towards the light. So against the force of gravity the roots are growing. Example, mangrove plants. In case of mangrove plants, the roots are projected out of the ground, and these roots, they are having many number of small pores through which the exchange of gas is taking place. So we are calling them as breathing roots. Sometimes you can see a stilt roots. Take an example of a sugar cane. At the basal nodal regions you observe in the stem, from the stem some of the roots are projected out. Take an example of maize, jawar, etc. Here some of the roots are projected out and they are just entering into the ground and they are supporting the entire stem system. So we are calling them as stilt roots. Take example of banyan tree. The banyan tree is very big tree, vast tree, you people are knowing. And it is having a branches, the bark, it grows to a longer distance and very heavy. So in between that, you can see some of the hanging roots. And sometimes you are also, the children also they are playing along with those roots. And such a type of hanging roots, they are nothing but adventitious roots. And these adventitious roots, they are moving towards the ground. When they are touching to the ground, they are entering, they are penetrating. And they are supporting a big bark of the plant. So, such a type of roots, we are calling them as prop roots. In this way, different kinds of roots you people are observing. First of all, when the seed is developing, it is having two parts. One is radicle, another one is plumule. Radicle is converted into root and plumule is converted into shoot system, aerial system. If suppose the roots are directly formed from the radicle or the radicle directly develops into a root, then such a type of roots you people are calling it as a tap root system. It is called tap root system. Sometimes the radicle stops its growth, and when radicle is stopping its growth, other than radicle, from other parts of the plant, some of the roots are coming out. And such a type of roots, you are calling them as adventitious roots. So these adventitious roots are also supportive to the plant body. In this way, the different kinds of roots you are observing. And here also again you people are classifying monocots, dicots. In monocotyledons, what happens? Radicle stops its growth from the base of the stem. Many number of roots are produced. And these many number of roots, they are forming hair-like structure, bunch-like structure, and you are calling them as fibrous roots. And again, monocots, dicots, again the differentiation. So the subject is very vast. We cannot discuss all those things here. But I think you understood what is root. Then this is underground system. Above the ground, is the shoot system, aerial system. There the plumule is growing and it is converting into stem. Stem is supporting the whole plant body. Again, the stem is having nodes and internodal parts. And from the nodal region, the leaves and other things they are growing. And at the tip also, you can see a different kinds of things. Okay, let it be. We'll stop it here and we'll continue the flowering plants. And here, a lot of things are there. We'll discuss in the coming classes also. Now we'll go to the slide. This is the first question. Climbing roots are present in. So, the climbing roots. Usually, the plants when you are taking, some of them they are weak stemmed plant. They need support to grow. There, they are producing a special type of roots, and those roots they are attaching to the host. And there they are clinging, they are holding support. Again, by holding that support, the plant body is taken up. So, in this way, plant continuously rises up. Okay, now see, now examples what they are given. Loranthus, Curcuma amada, rose, piper beetle. Now here, all these things, they are not weak stemmed plants. But in case of piper beetle, here I can say it is the leaf which you people are using in day-to-day life. Tinnuvanta ele. So such a type of leaf, we are calling it as piper beetle. This plant is weak stemmed plant. So as a result, to climb up, it requires the specialized roots, and those roots we are calling them as climbing roots. They are holding support, again the plant body is growing up, again they are holding support, again it is growing up. So in this way, the climbing roots you people are observing, the climbing roots in these options is present in piper beetle, that is D. Option D is the right answer here. We'll go to the next slide. Here, sweet potato is modification of. Now, sweet potato. First, we'll see the options, then I'll explain it to you. First, leaf, root, stem, then flowering axis. Now, here, usually sweet potato. We people used to say it is underground. Genesu.